The people's poet, Mzwakhe Mbuli, is an angry man. This follows revelation reports that Google have profiled him as HIV positive. His legal representative advocate Mphafolane Koma has confirmed that they are pursuing a legal suit against Google. Mzwakhe joins us in studio today. Mzwakhe, can you confirm that indeed there is this legal suit against Google, and why?
Yeah, I can safely confirm and say it openly that Advocate Mphafolane Koma has taken legal action. I have instructed him to do exactly that. He has served the letter of demand, Google South Africa, and that was last week. I'm sure in the next 2 days they will serve Google with summons.
Okay.
So it's exactly like that. I think there's no turning back, and we are going for these guys here.
Why? How did it come that you are profiled? And I mean, I've read your statement. You are an activist. You have done a lot for people living with HIV and AIDS. You have nothing against them. But how did it come that you are profiled as HIV positive when you have not even declared such?
You know, I did an album, KwaZulu-Natal. I think 10% of those royalties was donated to HIV and AIDS victims. I wrote a song in one of my albums titled Nkosi Johnson. We did the Sabakhumbula Awards. We honored Gugu Dlamini, what was stoned to death. Yeah, I think I do not discriminate against such people. I know other people have gone public, be it Judge Cameroon or Kosi or others.
Yes.
I think, look, you talk of a disinformation campaign, a malicious campaign, a propaganda, fake news. We have followed news that people will say Lundi has passed on, or Sfiso, or Robbie Malinga even before the actual death. But in this case, you know, because we are coming from April month, I thought people were joking. You know, when people begin to say certain things, you don't believe them. Even what you see in the print media, you'll assume, no, it's part of a April Fool kind of month or jokes or Mzansi humor.
Yes.
But it never occurred to me that people will stoop that low and go to an extent of saying in a beautiful article and place my photo. Somebody can't say Photoshop, photo workshop. They don't know how my photo was placed on Google without permission, without legal ratification and stuff like that. But I think it's something that sends a wrong message. I mean, today the US is a power. The president uses Twitter because he knows Twitter will reach all corners of the globe.
Yes. So
we are in the digital space. People should be online. Now, if somebody would use Google and Google claim ignorance and that they don't know who, unless they can't respond or verify, how did it happen that under a category column where people are HIV positive, somebody placed my photo there? I mean, was it a clue placed? Who placed it? Do we need investigation? Fortunately, I happen to be an Interpol ambassador, and one of my fellow colleagues assisted in this regard, among others. So I am saying the world needs to know the truth, and you can look at me. People who have done medicine, medical experts, I don't take tablets. The best medication, the best juice I do is juice. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm smart, I'm healthy. I have a clean bill of health. So if somebody would come up with insinuation and try to give a false report, look, I'm untarnishable. I think I'm unsinkable. I don't have an image that is easily tarnishable. It will take more than a conspiracy to destroy Mzwakhe Mbuli because there is a God out there. I mean, we defeated the apartheid regime. They tried everything. Stratcom, I'm a part of Stratcom. They did everything apartheid regime because that was a regime declared crime against humanity. So I've survived them all. Now, it's unfortunate because it sends. You see, if we didn't challenge this, they will do it to you tomorrow. They can say tomorrow a leader in parliament is HIV positive. So it's something that it's not excusable. It's something that should be challenged. We can't say this is like an insect that will go away and die on its own. So certain thugs and criminals, people who are hell-bent to destroy other people's reputation, didn't become famous because I was playing tennis and hockey or soccer, because those environments, it's environments of people who were doing things under a safe condition, tennis and hockey. I became famous because of my reputation, my credentials fighting against apartheid regime. I was involved in the liberation struggle. I've got bullet wounds. My home was attacked with hand grenades. I was tortured severely, repeated, detained and stuff like that. So my fame is not that one that came nicely because I was singing Squeeze Me kind of baby songs. No, it was me confronting an apartheid regime and was prepared to die for the consequences of my belief, because I was not afraid of the apartheid regime, whether they had all the machinery even to launch cross-border raids against and kill our comrades in the neighboring states. No. Now, who are these thugs? Who are these criminals? Who are these mosquitoes who are trying to destroy Mzwakhe Mbuli?
Do they know who Mzwakhe Mbuli is?
I guess they don't know. I don't have to say on television that I'm a black belt holder. I was part of the MK. I don't have to say these things, but Mzwakhe was fearless. It is a Mzwakhe who destroyed gangsters in Soweto. It's on record. Whether Japan, whether Kabasa, all the gangsters that were in Soweto, it was my unit. My unit is still there. We're still intact. I'm fearless. I was not afraid of the apartheid regime. Even the men who said the TRC that dragged Winnie Mandela was a circus, a TRC that brought people like Nivot who lied how they killed Steve Biko and referred to the TRC as a circus, P.W. Porter, in case you don't know who am I talking about. When he died, P.W. Porter, it was Mzwakhe through a City Press magazine, a newspaper, that I said, when a devil is passed on, a devil does not become an angel. That was its own statement. It's on record that was Mzwakhe's comment regarding P.W. Porter. I was never allowed to perform in Bophuthatswana. And that happened until there was a dawn of a democracy. So sometimes you praise people when they've gone back to the creator. But look, we are talking about people who are using, because nowadays fashionable it's social networks and stuff. Sometimes people, when people have passed on, they would come up and write, poems and say Mzwakhe would say this about Lundi. But I've demonstrated once again that I have what it takes. That is why I delivered something that people have never seen before, the Winnie Mandela tribute poem. I've done it with Chris and Mandela and stuff. But I am in a situation where people should come out and don't hide and use a thumb to hide the entire body. People who must cowards out there must come out. Mzwakhe is not afraid of all these people who are trying to destroy my name.
We are talking Google here. This is a company that's worth billions. Well, I don't have to ask you how much you have, but I'm saying you're talking about a company that's worth billions.
For every Goliath, there is a David. It will take an insect to destroy a lion. Who says Google is unchallengeable? Who says Google, they are gladiators, they are untouchable? Who says Google is God? What is Google? Is Google synonymous to tsunami? Is Google synonymous to God the Almighty? What is Google? Who is Google? It's run by human beings that are mortal, that one day it will have grave numbers. What is Google? Who is Google? I'm not afraid of that. I lived under the worst, terrible, dangerous situation in the country. That is why I became official, not just anti-apartheid, officially the enemy of apartheid regime. There was a number attached to me. The operatives at Flag Plus were given an opportunity and a permission to go and eliminate Mzwakhe Mbuli, and they would not
your neighbor
they would not be prosecuted because Mzwakhe was declared the enemy of the state. So who is Google? Is Google Hitler? Where is Hitler? Is Google Mussolini? Where is Mussolini? Is Google Slobodan Milosevic of Yugoslavia? Who is Google? I'm saying I'm not afraid of any name that can dangle here and bring before me. Even if you were to place me in a game reserve or zoo and place lions here, I won't die screaming and folding my arms. Who is Google?
Who is Google?
Or what is Google?
Or what is Google? Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we continue. You're still watching SABC News. That was Mzwakhe Mbuli.